Anyhow, thank God it's Friday. The day is not even done yet. Still good afternoon for everybody. I was just doing some checking around on jobs earlier this morning. Haven't found, well, I found a couple that I applied to early this morning, so hopefully I'll get some good news from those ones. And I just stopped by here at Manpower in St. Therese. I usually go here at least once a day or at least once every other day just to take a look, because for the simple fact is that their network is updated a lot quicker than it is on the outside when you go to their websites. So did that, did what I had to do, found maybe a couple more through them as well. And also had a friend of mine, a good friend, that was also inquiring because they're starting to notice that I'm starting to do a lot more vlogging and all that on a daily basis. So they asked me, how can we get into it? I would like to know. So I said to them, look, I'll create a document, something very simple, very easy to understand, that anybody can actually do it. And it doesn't matter whether you're using Mac, Windows, or even Linux like I am, because I use all three depending on what I need to do, and go from there. Hopefully with the documentation that I'll be producing out, which is going to be sometime this evening, that will actually be out on my blog site. I'll post the link down below when I actually get it completed today, and just put it in easy terms that everybody can understand. And that's something that I think everybody, if you are interested in doing something like that, I would definitely say let's go for it, because it's something that could be also fun doing depending on the person, as well as not only doing vlogs, but I would also suggest that this can be applied to doing let's say reviews of something, whether it's cinema, whether it's something like you've seen in cinema, or if it's something that you enjoy doing, like whether it's computer hardware, or reviewing the latest gadgets that are out there, like the new cell phones that are coming out from iPhone, from Samsung, from whoever. This can be generally applied to that as well, because you're doing a review and you're using your camera in such a way that you're actually vlogging the actual product itself, which I'm going to try to do myself eventually too. So I do some older reviews, but they're for systems that are already too old and already out of date, but they're still useful to today's standards, like my Precision 530s that I have. I have basically two of them. One of them is actually being used for my video editing, and that's using Linux with OpenStep to actually compile the actual video together, which is fun to do. So at this point, I'll let you guys go for the time being, and we'll go from there. Okay, so another little two-parter here. I was actually just thinking back. I did actually start up on the little info on how to make vlogs and all that, and what to put together. I have it in my brain still, and I still have it up on my computer at home, the one that I usually vlog with, well, not vlog with, but at least the other computer that I usually transfer my files from the camera to the machine itself. So I know I'm about a page and a half into it as for the vlog itself, as for the writing itself, so it shouldn't be that much more to be added into it. I have to still do a lot of editing in regards to it, which I'll get done as soon as I get home. And once I do get that done, editing at home, it's just a matter of putting it into Windows Live Writer and then posting it up to my WordPress account, which is 30 seconds, if that, and add some little pictures into it as well. What I usually would suggest for people who are looking into getting a digital camera is something you don't need something super expensive, something a little bit on the basic side, where it could be a pocket camera or a camera that will do pictures and video. So it could be a little bit of combination of the two together, which I usually suggest getting. And usually for the digital camera itself, like what I have here, it's one of those pocket cameras where you can actually slip it into like your pocket here, like where I have my cell phone, something like that, into there, and take it out whenever need be. And there are some options on it where you can either do video directly to it or put pictures, or the combination of the two together. Most of today's cameras out there are already 720p minimum. You can get ones that are with 720p or 1080p already in them, and an SD card. SD cards, I usually would say, go with Kingston memory. Usually go with a 16 or a 32 to begin with. Like on the one that I have here, the Kodak MD863, I've started with a 2 gigabyte card, and I went from that to an 8 gig, and then from an 8 gig to a 16. So I still keep those older ones around just in case as backups, and whenever I need them, I just have to put them in and take the other ones out and wait until I get home and just dump them off from the camera itself. So I take the old ones that I've already filled up with the pictures and all that, put them aside, and then when I get home, put them into the camera, and then dump them out as I get them off the camera. The other thing too is, as I go through the camera, like for vlogging and all that, is I also give it a little title, vlog number 1, vlog number 2, and a little description if need be. And then I'll edit each one out with my OpenShot application, which is on a Linux machine at home. Put it together, encode it from there, and then when I'm ready to do so is then to actually upload that to my YouTube account. And then as it's uploading, give it a description, anything else, including links as well, if it's including with something else completely different, like I did for RestoPub, which is another vlog itself on YouTube. I did a little thing there on Patat 2000, which is one of the restaurants I often visit, and the guys over there were really appreciative of saying that I added them into it and did what I had to do and got something nice back in return from them, and they were sweet guys over there. Anybody can do this as well for vlogging. It doesn't take that much. You just have to be unique and different from everybody else, that it's something that you enjoy doing and enjoy giving that out to people who have the same interests. As you'll read up in the vlog itself, you'll notice that or in the reading itself on getting the digital camera, I'll give you some pointers of what you should do, what interests you, that you can actually make it more fun for the people who are watching it. And that's the main thing about vlogging, or the interests that you like to show to other people. And that there, I think, is usually highly good, because everybody has something different to say, and we're not all going to agree on the same thing, which is only natural. Even when I'm going on Chris Perillo's vlogs, I don't always agree with him 100% of the time, but when he does have something interesting, I'll definitely agree. If not, say, look, I don't agree with you 100%, but yes, I do like what he has. And we're all allowed to have our own opinions about things like that, even in vlogging, whether we agree with it or not. It's always something to say, hey, he has a point there, but I don't agree with it. Anyhow, let's continue on the rest of the day, and I still have final thoughts of the day too, which I'll be adding into this. So as you see my vlogs, please subscribe, put a comment in there, like it as well. It's always good to know, because I always take a look at the stats, and I'm slowly gaining people coming in, and I do appreciate that for those who actually sign up or actually subscribe. I do notice you, and I like to say, welcome aboard. And I hope that I will hear from you soon on my comment section. And don't be afraid, I'm not going to bite. I'm definitely like seeing people interact with, because I know that I see that in the comments down below, and the people who are subscribing. Okay, so don't be afraid of leaving me a comment. saying, hey, I like your vlogs, whatever. Put what you want in there that I can see that I am making a difference. I actually see people coming in. So don't be afraid of putting something up there, even if it's just a little hello. I'll reply back to you and just give you a big welcome to the group, okay? So let me give you the final thoughts of the day in my last segment here. I'll be back. Okay, for Friday night, just a little update here. I have a couple more, one or two more paragraphs to go for the article itself, for choosing the right camera to vlog with and take pictures. And this video, this is actually a first for me to do both simultaneously, so bear with me. I'll be providing a link down below in the description to the actual article itself on my WordPress account. The same thing will be happening there, where I'll be providing the actual video embedded into the actual article itself, so you can actually look at this video itself as well to be able to, you know, see how it's done. I'm using a program that's working under Linux. It's called OpenShot. It's a video editing application that I use. It's really a powerful one that I use, that I enjoy more than I did with iMovies on my old Mac Mini, and I find it a lot better than iMovies on my Windows machine, for the simple fact that it actually will read QuickTime Movies, which is actually the one that is actually being converted into when I do a transfer from the camera over to my Windows machine. The reason why I don't use iMovies on my Mac Mini is that it takes me a little longer with that one, because it only has a single processor on it, and it only has about a gig of RAM. It's not to put iMovies down on the Mac Mini at all. It still does the job too as well, just takes a little longer. With the Linux machine that I have, I have two processors on board and 2 gigs of RAM, so that one has a little bit more processing power to work with and a little more oomph because of the 2 processors and the 2 gigs of RAM. But still, the other one can still be used to do video editing as well as the one for the Windows. But the problem is with the Windows one, it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't accept QuickTime films to be able to be edited them. That's the only thing I can say about those two. Again, those are still 2 options for those who prefer working under Windows or Mac. I have no problems with those ones either. So if you are used to using Windows iMovies or Windows Movie Maker or iMovies from Mac, go right ahead. Those are 2 other good alternatives as preferences to OpenShot with Linux. Once again, if you really like my videos, please comment down below, subscribe, put a like, click on the gearbox on the right hand side and click for automatic updates. And please, if you're a first time video vlogger, please add your comments into this. If you really like it, let me know. Even comment on my vlog site, subscribe to it, and add it in there too, because I really like to get your input on these things. It's really important for me to find out what you want to see in these things, okay? And once again, tomorrow's another day, tomorrow's another vlog. So tomorrow, just to give you guys a little update, I'm meeting up with my good friend Cyprian from work that I used to work on Home Depot. I'm going to meet him for lunch. I'm going to also try to introduce him to you. So tomorrow is going to be a good day to actually meet up with a couple of my other co-workers, okay? Old ones that I used to work with, and I'm hoping that they'll be okay with that as well, okay? So till next time, happy vlogging, and I hope to see you soon in my next videos as well. Take care, folks.